Hi. You'll often hear clinicians say that you shouldn't be overcorrecting oxygen in COPD patients, and I'll explain why. So, in COPD, there is reduced gas exchange. This might be because of alveolar destruction, blockage of airway, etc. In total, there is reduced expiration, there is increased carbon dioxide retention. So, there is long standing increase of carbon dioxide levels in the body. The CNS chemoreceptors, as you know, are more sensitive to the pH rather than the oxygen in the body. pH, at the end of the day, reflects the amount of carbon dioxide in the body. So, when there is chronic increase in CO2 in the body, these chemoreceptors become desensitized to carbon dioxide. So, then the body mainly starts relying on the peripheral chemoreceptors for its respiratory drive. Peripheral chemoreceptors are sensitive to hypoxia. When too much oxygen is supplemented in COPD, there is a loss of this hypoxic drive that's causing respiration. So there's a reduction in respiratory rate, reduction in minute ventilation, and there's worsened carbon dioxide retention. In a COPD lung, there are a lot of areas with poor ventilation. So as you know, in the pulmonary system, wherever there is poor ventilation, there is also pulmonary vasoconstriction so that the blood is shunted to areas of better ventilation. Like this. In COPD, when you give high flow oxygen, this mechanism will stop working. Why? Because you're giving enough oxygen. This pulmonary vasoconstriction is not taking place. So the amount of blood that's reaching these damaged areas is the same as the amount of blood reaching the healthy areas. So there is a ventilation perfusion mismatch. This also leads to CO2 retention. You remember the Haldane effect, right? So hemoglobin has more affinity for carbon dioxide when it's not bound to oxygen. So when there is too much oxygen, the HbO2 complex is formed and carbon dioxide is released into the plasma. So the total arterial concentration of carbon dioxide yet again increases. So all these three processes together increase the amount of carbon dioxide in the blood, causing type 2 respiratory failure. And in order to avoid this, you're supposed to maintain oxygen saturation around 88 to 94% in COPD patient who present with breathlessness or acute exacerbation. This can be done with low flow oxygen therapies such as nasal cannula, etc.